purpose or whatever you want to call it. It's not just something you stick on the wall. If that's what you do, it won't be effective. I think inside, the All Black and the Black Ferns, I should mention, because our women's team has been actually more successful over time. Haven't played as many games because that's been the nature of the women's sport for too long probably period of time. But if you look at their winning ratio, they're right up there. But if we talk about the All Blacks, the purpose of the All Blacks in my time, it evolved actually, because initially when the group that I was associated with, and we've had two or three iterations of that, I guess, they really wanted to be a great, they call it GOAT, and they want to be a great team. And then eventually that evolved into what they were trying to achieve, because they became, I guess, the winningest rugby side reasonably quickly in the professional era. We were building on a strong legacy, because even in the 110 or whatever it was years of amateur rugby, the All Blacks had won 70% of the time. First 10 years of professional rugby, it grew into the 80s, and then in the last decade or so, it's hovered around the 90%, which, as you kindly pointed out, is pretty special. I think the key thing for that team is that it was always challenging itself to redefine that purpose. And so while it started off wanting to be a great rugby team, then it wanted to be a great team, not necessarily just rugby. And in fact, then it wanted to become a great team, not recognised by itself, but recognised by others in whatever field you looked at. So they were more interested in comparing not just their winning ratio, but the way they won, the way they carried themselves, the things that they did, or do, I should say, because it's a living beast, against other high-performing organisations. So they used to start talking about the Bolshoi Ballet or the Navy SEALs, and the people, our people used to go and visit some of those organisations just to get a sense of what they could learn from and share from those sort of places. But we talk about learning from losing, but you also can learn from winning. And I think a lot of successful businesses are really good at capturing what the ingredients are today that are making them successful, and what they've got to add to those ingredients to continue to be able to thrive. But not everybody does that. A lot of people don't review success, they only review failure, and that can be a mistake too.
If you don't know where you're going, all roads will take you there. So everything starts with purpose. My first belief is everything starts with purpose. And that's never changed. I've always felt, right? I mean, if you go into Pep Guardiola's office, I do a lot of work there with the coaches at the academy, and you go into Pep's office, and on the whiteboard, it's written, first you have to know what to do, then you have to know how to do it. And that you hire people with flow personalities, people who are decisive, who are courageous, who are progressive. You do not hire cynics, contrarians, people who think they're the smart. I mean, if the smartest guys in the room, I've never had a lot of joy with them, right? If you're the smartest guy in the room, Mark, you're in the wrong room, right? So
it's not that hard. Not that hard for me, Kevin.
Yeah, for you, it's for me too, right? And that's actually a competitive advantage that we both have, frankly, because we're learning all the time. Because you don't learn very much when you're talking. So hire people with flow personalities.
See the full podcast episodes at purposefused.com or listen via Apple, Spotify, or Google.